Check 1 2, check. Looks like we got audio on myself and the game, so that's good. Welcome in. And here we go. We are on the air to do another test game. Been going through a lot of settings, trying to figure out what's best. I think I'm pretty close, if not right on it. I've had 0 interceptions from quarterbacks. I've had up to 5 for quarterbacks. So I think we're pretty much in that spot where anything could happen between the two teams, and that's kind of where I want to be, considering they're all legend teams. The only exception would be Houston, because the Oilers actually go with Titans, since that's the actual franchise they came from. So the Texans would be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but I think they'll still sneak up and beat some people here and there. But anyway, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs for today's test game. And actually, before I do that, let me move this over and show you guys what we're tracking with, just to keep an eye on the games and see what kind of play counts I'm getting and stats. I'm actually tracking it on this page here so that I can see what everybody's doing. I did play an extra game last night. I had gotten us to this game already. And then you can see over here we're flipping everybody on the next game, and then we have a couple of pages for that. And then the green means that those two teams are actually done as far as ratings. Like on this one, the Titans aren't done yet because we're actually going in alphabetical order, with the exception of the Redskins, because they actually show up as the Commanders. So anyway, we're going to test play the Chargers at the Chiefs today. And then once we go off the air, I'll jot all that stuff down so I can keep track of it. Just to make sure we're on the right track for the settings. And then if need be, we can tweak those a little bit. But I think we're in a pretty good spot with them. It just kind of goes back and forth. Like, I only had 2 turnovers in the Niners-Cardinals game. Only had 2 turnovers, both by Miami, in the Dolphins-Colts game. We did have 7 turnovers in the Packers-Broncos game, and 3 of those were picks by Aaron Rodgers, which I've also seen games with him throw none, so I think we're in a pretty good spot. And then the Commanders at the Bengals was 4 turnovers, 2 picks for each quarterback. And then I have seen some fumbles here and there, so I think everything's in a pretty good spot, but still doing test games just to get more numbers with that and see how we're doing. So actually, let me get this back over to the thing here, and then we can get this game underway. That's weird, when it's not the active window and I click on it to be the active window, it blanks out on the stream. That's interesting. I could see that if I was capturing the actual game, but I'm actually capturing the desktop, which makes it kind of weird to me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. I do have the presentation on for this when we're doing the looks kind of choppy in OBS.
San Diego, Kansas City. Now. These fans have been tailgating for hours, and
kind of weird. My phone looks fine, but the OBS kind of looks choppy.
Hello and welcome to Arrowhead Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens, and here with me is
well, somebody wants to show up in chat, then we'll ask them what it looks like on their end. But it's really strange. Like, it does actually look a little choppy on OBS, but on my phone it looks fine. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Seems odd. Something I've noticed is if you saw that quarter there, it was a heads and it says tails. I was monkeying around with 2K4 last night, and it actually shows a tails for that. So I haven't done enough games to know whether it's always a tail and it just says which one or the other. Because this one seems to always be a heads and says tails or heads randomly.
Number 8 boots the opening kickoff.
But graphically, it always looks like a head, and then the other one looked like a tail. So I gotta check it and see if it always looks like a tail or not. And I am still drinking coffee this morning. Just woke up a little bit ago.
The Chargers will start this drive at their own 20-yard
So if you hear any of that, I apologize. And the Chargers are going to start with the ball here.
Number 19 makes a tough catch and is well past the markers for a first down.
Fouts hits Allworth for the first completion of the game. Oh, look out. Chris Jones on the sack.
Number 95 gets to his man in the backfield for a big loss. I don't know what happened to the protection. Let's have a look. You know, Dan, it's all about focus and persistence. He was not going to let that quarterback get that pass off.
The defensive design worked flawlessly, and the refs will spot the ball well behind the original line of scrimmage.
What a way to derail a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead.
Oh, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
The receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Number 29 was sitting back in the zone, waiting for the pass, and then closes enough to force the incompletion. Nice job.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well.
Oh, they credit that to Barry breaking up the pass. So it looked like it was Emmett Thomas. Oh, a little dump off to Lowe.
Number 23 got out of bounds after getting some yardage, but you can tell that it wasn't as much as he wanted.
Not much available at all, and they will face a fourth and very long.
Yeah, they got in the hole, and they just could not get out of it.
Number 29 lines up for the punt. Number 29 takes the long snap.
Well, the defense holds them.
Number 10 takes it at the 29. Brought down at the 37.
Number 10 racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
Kind of funny that Tyreek Hill right now is on the Chiefs, but in a couple of years he may qualify for the Dolphins Legends team. He keeps playing the way he's playing.
Number 10 goes in motion. Number 15.
There's a completion to Hill, by the way. Speak of the devil.
Had no trouble zinging that one past the secondary. That was one heck of a throw.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Bring Hill in motion. Hand off to Garrett, goes nowhere.
The ball carrier, number 22 with the tackle. Third and 6. Ball at the Chiefs, 41 yards.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
Number 15 puts his arm into this one, and
Oh, and he gets it. Looks like it might be Otis Taylor.
Number 15 doesn't leave much room for error on this one. It's either a great pass and completion or an interception. Let's take a look. Well, that's a great catch and a great completion. You don't see many quarterbacks thrown into double coverage like that and succeed.
A nice gain, and they easily convert on third down.
Yeah, that was a good call.
First down, just a single receiver on
And
the
they
field.
move into Chargers territory.
Number 10 goes in motion.
And a loss for Garrett.
Number 21 loses one on the play, and that brings up second down.
Sean Phillips was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Not with that strength. With those guns, he could probably juggle bowling balls or wide receivers.
Oh, Garrett gets loose.
Number 21 gets the
And he gets a touch. He gets a touchdown. He gets a first down. Anybody that has the PCSX2 um, emulator and plays this game on it, well, any game I guess. But I know in this game, if you have the window active and selected, you can hit Tab, and actually fast forwards everything.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move
I haven't timed it though to see how fast the games play, time-wise, but it does speed them up. If anybody wants to check that out, thought I'd mention that. Over the middle, ooh, that's almost picked off. Weddle knocks it down.
Managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
A nice throw down the field, but the defense plays it perfectly.
Great coverage downfield that time.
Second down.
Yeah, I don't know why my OBS looks like that. Maybe I should have restarted it or my computer or something.
Number 15 fires this one over the middle, and the catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Looks like that might have been Taylor again.
Number 89 has a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch.
Yep, Otis Taylor on the catch.
All about staking your turf.
I will say the player models look a lot more athletic if the screen's in 4:3, but it seems like when you export it over to YouTube, it struggles to keep it in HD. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that.
Picks up 4 on the play.
Number 88 took on triple coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Second and 6.
I was playing with some of the emulator settings to try to still make it full screen, but keep the aspect ratio of the players, and it's not doing it. Apparently, it just stretches it so it makes them wider.
Picks up a couple.
Still looks alright, but player models were made for 4:3, so it looks a little off.
Play coming up. Strong runner in the backfield and a great receiver on the line.
Number 10 makes the catch.
Ooh, played too far off.
He's in for the score.
Touchdown for Hill.
Number 10 catches this one easily with no one around to stop him. Where was the defense? Well, they were nowhere on this play, which made that an easy catch.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself, and he usually meets it.
Here's the point after, and it's good.
All right, so the Chiefs take the lead. 10 plays, 63 yards. Cap it off with a touchdown. And Holmes to Tyreek Hill.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Number 8, Booms a beauty here. Number 45.
I also adjusted the replay frequency in the. It was set to. Was it frequent? Or I can't remember the wording, and then I dropped it down one to occasional, see if it would.
The Chargers stalled early.
We're a little short on plays. We're usually hovering right around 120. We need to be 133 is the average, which we've hit a couple times, but not very often. So I'm hoping if we tone down the replay number that they'll get a few more plays in.
It will be a loss on the play, however.
Gerard Cherry targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Peter, he reminds me a little of a lion laying in the weeds out there waiting to pounce.
And you need cat-like reflexes to bring that guy down.
Ooh, tipped away.
Number 63
Uh-oh.
takes it away on the coverage.
Nope, gonna call.
Number 31. Defense.
Calling Ross for the penalty, it looks like.
Out of the foul.
Kevin Ross,
Number 31.
I believe.
Throws a flag here from some aggressive coverage. You can't be that physical with a receiver and get away with it. Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't see.
It's all right.
I didn't see much there.
First and 10. Ball at the Chargers, 36-yard line.
Number Number 14 throws a heater.
Oh, quick
and
hitter to
he's got it.
Winslow over the middle.
Finally stopped at the 49. That will bring up first down.
Number 80 faces double coverage on this play, but still comes out with the ball. Nice throw and nice catch. Let's take a
Oh,
look.
thought
They
Bell
hadn't
had
covered
that.
well, but he was still able to make the catch. That guy's a great receiver.
And 10.
First down, both tight ends left. Gates goes in motion.
The pitch to low doesn't get much.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 58 not only
Derek Thomas on the tackle.
block in the backfield, but buffed and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
And I'll tell you, Peter, he made a great tackle there. He brought down one of the more elusive backs in the game.
Well, you're absolutely right there. But if there's one guy on this defense that can stick with the ball,
Oh, going deep.
Number 14 airs this one to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
I think that's Robinson.
Number 42 managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Oh, quick hitter goes awry there, trying to get it to
Number 27
Garrison.
put himself in the right place back there, coming across the middle, but the catch was elusive. No dice.
That's the third incompletion his way, Peter.
Yeah, and he's starting to look a little frustrated down there too.
Number 29 gets ready to punt this away. Number 29 gets the snap and punts it away.
Oh, just rolls into the end zone.
For a touchback.
That was close.
29 saw his kick go squirrely on him, flying out of the end zone for a touchback. Tough luck.
The Chiefs had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Number 32 goes in
Clinton in motion. Shakes off the.
Number
Oh,
21 didn't haul that one in. And
shook
it
off the
falls
defender, but couldn't get it to the
incomplete.
receiver.
Number 15 is checking off his receivers, finding the open man, and that's evident as you review the chart here. Note the short passes and how that's enabled him to rack up 48 yards and 1 touchdown.
I like that feature, but I wish they would have added the interceptions too, like to say no interceptions or whatever.
Number 15 zings it to the right side.
Oh, Gonzalez keeps his balance.
At the 46.
And he gets run down.
Tony Gonzalez gets gigantic yards on this play, and the catch is just the opening act. Nice move, and he's off to the races.
A nice run after making the grab, and that's a big plus coming from
Couldn't
your
tell who
tight end.
36 was.
Especially for him. He's not known for making those big gallops like that.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Number 32 goes in motion.
Oh,
Number
tipped.
36 makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Number 36 swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough.
I think that was one of the
second
replay
down.
things before, so it didn't replay at that time. So that's good. Hill comes in motion. Oh no! Somebody got to block Phillips.
Sean Phillips targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's got such a vice-like grip, Peter. It's got to be hard to break out of his grasp, even when you're one of the slipperier runners.
Absolutely.
Number 88 goes in motion.
Nobody able to run the ball yet. Looks like the defenses came to play. Oh, secondaries maybe not though. Carson is gone.
And he's in for the touchdown.
of a play here.
He catches the football, but he sees he's got some room to move, and he ends up with a phenomenal run.
Gotta love seeing open field like that in front of you.
Wasn't supposed to be a touchdown pass.
The Chiefs out to the early lead. And I have seen that a few times where a team will get out to 2 or 3 score lead, touchdown, 2 field goals, and ended up losing. So
Now the extra point, and it's good.
you never know with these rosters. They're all good. So as players tire, they can break a big game.
There's the signal.
And I'll have to do some more test playing at the end too, because there's a couple more adjustments we want to make. I say we, Dragonstorm is actually helping me with some of the graphical looks and things. But we got to go in and tweak some of the teams that the fullbacks run quite a bit. So like the Browns and people like that. And adjust those accordingly to give those people some carries. And then I gotta fix who holds the field goals and extra points. Right now it kind of scattered, but I want it to be the third string quarterback for everybody. I thought about maybe doing the punters, but the punters get on the field to punt, so it'd be rare for a third string to get on the field. Although I will say the third string halfback for the Packers got on the field, which is Edgar Bennett, because Horning and Amon Green both got hurt, so he was on for a while. He actually came out on. He did all right, but then he fumbled too and lost it. So I haven't seen it for the quarterbacks yet, though, to get to the third string. But my point is they won't see the field much, so I think I want them to hold just so their name on the jerseys out there on the field upon occasion. I may adjust the stamina a little bit to get the rotation for running backs and stuff to be a little bit higher, but we'll see.
Second down from the shotgun.
Number 63 with the tackle.
Number 23.
I mean, I'm not too worried about it if it's just the first and second string rotating, but if third or fourth gets in there once in a while, I don't mind that. But I do want first and second string to rotate a little bit.
First on third and long.
First down, Chargers.
Chargers get into a hurry up. Low gets loose. Is that going to be a hold?
And that brings up second down.
Holding. Number 68.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Number 68 held his man on that play, and hey, you can't do that. That was offensive holding any day of the week.
First down from the eye.
Ball at the Chargers, 35-yard line.
Gates goes in motion. Number 63 tackles in behind the line of scrimmage.
That went nowhere.
Number 63.
Second and long.
Number 14 throws this on a rope.
I didn't get much.
For a gain of 3 yards.
Number 14 made a nice throw there, got it right past the defender.
Not much of
I did see Fouts get hurt one time, and Rivers came in on an early test game. Not that I want that. I'm not a big Rivers fan. Never was. But he did have the stats to make second string, so.
Number 23 had some room on the outside on that play, but catching the ball was a different story. Incomplete.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down, Dan. And
The Chargers struggling.
Number 29 gets the snap and pummels this one deep.
See if they can keep it close and make adjustments at halftime if they can't get anything going.
17.
If they can't
Dribble that to
can't
27.
get anything going before
Looks
halftime.
like, yeah, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you.
Oh, this long snapper for the punts there. And field goals for that
The
matter.
Chiefs come out on offense and are well ahead. They have yet another shot to score and start this drive at their own
That could be a problem.
27-yard line. Number 10 makes the catch out to the left and
7-yard gain to Hill.
7 on the play.
Mike Williams with the tackle.
Number 15 is showing off some precision passing out there, Dan. Clearly, he's exploiting the short game so far.
Well, he's
He's
looking
got
pretty good so far.
139 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Like 50% though. Nothing to write home about yet.
Ball at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
He does have a couple touchdowns, so
Number 21 carries
Garrett gets a little bit, enough for a first.
barely picks up the first down. First down, one man back. Number 21 gets the call on first down and maybe picks up one on the play.
Alright, so anybody watching this later, we're just doing a test game. Trying to see what kind of stat lines we get. Try to tweak the settings to
get 15 yards on 7 carries.
trying to tweak the settings to get it to be fairly realistic. I think we're in a good spot now, but we're still doing a lot of test games to make sure. And each Sunday I'm trying to stream one
Number 15
fairly early.
left side,
Carson, I believe.
reception is made past the markers for a first down.
I'm trying to use different teams that I haven't used yet. At least for a while.
Number
Eventually
21
I'll have to
gets the
dupe right. A decent carry.
Picks up 8 yards on the play.
The Chargers defense starting to get a little tired, perhaps. Well, he was a little stiffer that time, but he got enough for the first.
Brings up first down.
Ooh, tipped away.
Tips it away on the coverage, incomplete.
22 with the deflection.
Number 15 throws a bullet to the flat.
He gets a couple on the little swing pass. Checked it down.
Third down.
Nobody open, I guess.
Play of the drive.
Getting close to field goal range. Oh, couldn't hit him with that one. It's a little bit off.
Fourth down.
Number 15 was really rolling the dice there by throwing into double coverage. You know, they might have picked him off there.
Third and long. They have a chance, but it's incomplete.
Those are the situations where you want someone to step up and make a play.
But no one did.
So it looks like Red need the backups. Oh no, that was their team that had the center, not us.
Gets the ball and kicks what will be a short one.
I say us. I'm a Chiefs fan, lifelong. Grew up in Missouri. Dad was a Chiefs fan, so kind of
The Chargers offense has stalled
Kinda
the lead
gravitated
in their
towards
drives
that.
the last few times down. We'll see if they can finally score as they start this one.
So I'm a little biased, so I'm pretty happy with the score right now. But I do know these games, it never really matters.
Number 80 pulls in a lob here and is well
Anything
past
can
the
happen.
markers for a first down.
San Diego might score nothing, and they might come back and score 35 or something.
A
You
nice
just don't,
catch, but
just never
also
know,
nice
which is what I like
to
about
save
these
recovery.
rosters.
He owned that matchup.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Chargers, 33-yard line.
Number 23 gets the handoff and heads out right.
Well, Lowe got loose a little bit there. No holding flag. That's good for the Chargers. I will say too, I've seen like different things. Like it'll be 31-30, or it'll be, 17-13. Like it's no guarantee just because everybody's good that it's going to be high scoring. Sometimes the defenders are a little stingy. Oh,
Number 18 hammers the
Chris got
receiver
through
and
pretty
forces
quick
him
there,
to drop the ball incomplete.
but he
Number
got
62
the
had
pass
the
off
field
before he
earlier
could
in the game, and
get his
now
bearings
Susie
to get
Culver
to him.
has a report. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. He came off the field complaining of back pain, and the trainers are saying he's got a bruised lower back. They're icing the injury in an effort to ease the pain.
Back, they looked
but
like he was
doesn't
looking
seem
at
to
their
be that
ribs, didn't it?
effective. The official word on his return, doubtful. Dan?
Thanks, Susie.
I'll tell you the other thing too. I was looking at the 2K4 game last night. Is
Number
the
14
user interface is
forwards this
pretty cool.
time,
Like I like it
and it
a little bit
falls
better. It has a little better feel to it, I think. And I gotta tinker around with it a little bit more, but it looks like the same game, really.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
So I just wonder if the roster stuff is the same. Like, if there would be a way to import this roster into that fairly easily.
Number 29 makes a play on
Because
this
God knows I
one.
don't want to have to enter all this crap again.
That will bring up 4th down.
Number 29 came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Number 29 takes the snap and punts it away. Brought down at the 23.
10 got swarmed by the kicking team before he got very far. That nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Chiefs come out on the field and they're looking to extend their lead.
I wonder if you could do like
They'll start at their own 23-yard line.
like the roster export off of the memory card,
Number 87 catches the lob over the middle,
and then
it's
change
good
the
for a gain
file
of
type
10
to be
on the play.
2004 instead of 5,
Number
and then
87
reload it.
took on
Wonder if that would
triple
work.
coverage and came away with a phenomenal catch.
That'll be his first catch of the game after
Or would
being
it break
shut
it?
out the entire first quarter. This is a bit of a slow start for him.
Yeah, it is, Dan, but he will see the ball more and more as the game goes on.
So I got a feeling it's a little different. I don't know how different it is from a roster standpoint.
Number 21 will get the carry on first down and maybe picks up 1 on the play. Number 15 throws a heater right and the catch is made well past the markers.
I don't think he'll hold in another one. He's having a
First
day.
down, 3 wideouts in the game.
And Garrett gets free for a few.
Number 21 gains 10 yards on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2-minute warning there. Chiefs trying to tack on some more before halftime. Oh, I saw one game. I'm pretty sure it was 20-7 at halftime. I think it was Buffalo and Tampa Bay, I believe. And then the Bills ended up winning 23-20. Or 27-24, something like that. 26-24. I think it was 26-24.
That will bring up first down. First down, just a single receiver on the field.
26-23, something like that.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's
crazy.
incomplete.
It was 20. Maybe it was 24-7 at halftime.
No wonder it was incomplete.
Anyway, it was a game they had no business winning, and they ended up winning.
But the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
So even if Kansas City scores here, you just never know.
Number 32 goes in motion. Number 15 throws a bullet and it's tipped incomplete.
Number 50 came in and got a hand on that football.
Bring up 3rd and long with that.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Number 88 catches the bullet
And Carson gets the first, or at least I thought he got the first. Gonna measure here. Chiefs come up with a first down. Minute 34 to halftime. Clock is running. They are in field goal range.
Goes in motion. Number 15 unloads.
Oh, up in the air. Look out. I see a lot of interceptions in this game that way too. Tip balls. It's not always the initial guy. There's a lot of tip balls that are picked off.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Oh, Hill hauls it in.
That's good for 6.
3rd and 4. Coming up on a minute left.
Number 15.
Oh, that was not a good pass.
They can't connect. Incomplete.
That was an awful decision. I'm surprised how many times they throw into coverage like that, like straight into the defender, as highly rated as they are. Just boggles my mind. That was something I didn't see in the 2K4 game. Was there's no slider for interceptions.
Number 8 kicks from 37 yards out, and it's up.
Which I found interesting. 13 plays, 57 yards, capped off by Nick Lowry with 3 points.
He's obviously still very pleased to pull it off.
The field goal will extend their lead some here in the first half.
And San Diego will get it with just a little bit under a minute left.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
And they should have all 3 timeouts, so maybe they could switch momentum by getting a few points on the board here.
Downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's see if they go conservative or if they air it out here.
The Chargers are fading fast and are in need of a score. Their offense will start this vital drive at their own 20-yard line. Number 23 has his number called on first down and chews up about 4 on the play.
I thought he might have a big gain there for a second. Goes up the middle, but doesn't get much. Looks like they're just content to run the clock out here.
3rd down with the tight end right.
Yeah, looks like we're going to go to halftime. Oh, they did snap it, though.
That's his number called on 3rd down.
Decent game.
It's forced out past the markers.
But that'll get us to halftime. See if they can make an adjustment
Number 42
or two
finally
and
makes
get
a
back
play,
into
but
this
not in
game.
time. Let's have another look. Oh yeah, gave up a lot of yards before forcing him out of bounds.
The defense just can't contain them in this 3rd down situation and allow the first.
You know, Dan, that's a gut check down. You can't let them run all over you like that.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Chiefs in command of this one, 17-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. But welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Chargers are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. Let's get started in this one.
Tell them how it is, Berman.
Number 14 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The Chiefs later in the first, number 15, connected with his man on this one. A 22-yard play that set up a Chief touchdown. Chargers midway through the first, bolts back by 7. Number 14 would find his target on this one. The Chiefs ended the first quarter. Number 88 came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one, a 50-yard touchdown for the
Sinuses
Chiefs.
are freaking out today.
14-0. Number 14 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one.
Yeah, some of these passes and catches by the Chargers, I thought it was going to stay pretty even, but they're just kind of spotty on connecting with the pass late in the first half.
Chiefs are up at the half, 17-0. Time now for our halftime hero award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. Duh. This time there can be no question. Number 15 has played like a man possessed. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast.
Hey, Dragon, what's going on, man?
ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in
I gotta check the notifications, follow, so you get the notifications that I'm going live. Well, some of those might go out on Twitter, I'm not sure, but you'd have to subscribe in there too.
Number 88 downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
You haven't missed much. Chiefs dominating. Mahomes' right arm killing the Chargers in the first half. We'll see if the Chargers can turn it around in the second half with adjustments, but they better get something started.
Number 21 barrels off his left guard.
Well, 6-yard gain on the first play is not what they wanted.
Number 21 has got a bunch of carries, and you can see by his chart here how his running performance breaks down. Mostly to the outside, and it's working okay, although I'd like to see him mix it up a little bit more. So far, he's got 50 yards on 14 carries.
Yeah, nothing major in the running game, but just enough to keep him honest, I guess.
Look at the numbers generated on the
Of course, the Chiefs have Mahomes.
Impressive.
Yeah, he looked pretty good in the first half. I think it was, what was it, 14-23 for 160 something and 2 touchdowns. I think that's what he had.
Number 86 brought down the ball carrier.
The Chargers completed a few passes. They just couldn't put anything together to get down the field to score anything. It was all one-off completions to Winslow and Allworth. And there's Hill again. Hill had a pretty good first half too. Hill and Taylor. I think Carson scored a touchdown as well.
Number 10 fights for every inch of turf he can get. Watch here as he makes the catch.
Yeah, I am too, actually. Isn't fair, right? Yeah, if you think about that, though, in a few years he might be on the Dolphins Legends team and not the Chiefs. That'd be a shame.
Yeah, he's getting stopped almost as soon as the ball
The cheetah, yep.
and we've seen that all day long.
Yeah, I can't believe we got rid of him. Him with Kelsey and Mahomes was lethal.
Number 21 played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
They move the ball, and it will be second down.
Can't complain too much, though. They've been doing all right this year without him, but I still would like to see him kept.
Number 21, the ball carrier. Number 20.
Yeah, I mean, just ask him. He'll tell you. All right, I get a kick out of that. He says he wants to be the number 1 tight end in NFL history. I'm like, dude, you got to stop dropping passes. I've seen a couple easy ones that he's dropped.
Number 15 fires this
Oh, kind of like that one. That was Gonzalez, I think.
Incomplete.
Number 33 was able to force the incompletion back there. He stuck very close on that seam.
It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced the incomplete.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Hill being there. Kelsey, if you double Hill, then Kelsey will eat you up. And if you double Kelsey, then Hill will eat you up.
3 yards to go.
Very difficult.
Number 8 launches the 52-yard attempt, and it's
All right, Chiefs start off with another 3. Start second half. We'll see. Chargers need to get something going quick.
Number 8 really gets the whole
Right.
ball here, and he needed it. Watch. That's a powerful kick for 3 points, my friend. When he
Well, I
knows
mean, the
to get it
Patriots
moving.
had that in line until Aaron Hernandez screwed it up. They would have had Gronk and Hernandez on the same team.
There's the signal.
That would have
and
been
we're ready.
unreal.
Number 8 rockets this
Not
one
that it
to
mattered. They still dominated people, but
Number 45 downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
I don't know what Aaron Hernandez was thinking with all that shit, dude. Unreal.
The Chargers offense has taken the field, and they have been having a very tough time passing the ball.
I said, I don't get all that stuff, like Rice and all them. Like, what are you doing?
Number 27 goes in motion.
You have your life made, and you're doing stupid crap to
Picks up
toss it away.
88 yards.
Just can't figure it out. I'll tell you what, the Chargers are getting killed by penalties. Like, they had a holding call on a long low run in the first half, and then they just had that. It wasn't a huge gain, but it was a gain. Getting behind the sticks on a lot of their drives.
Number 14 just
And that pass wasn't even close.
it's tipped. Incomplete.
Fouts might be a little off today. And Ross had a pass interference call in the first half early, so I thought that was...
He's getting the ball into his receiver's hands.
Well, he ain't doing nothing on the left side of the field, is he?
And no touchdowns.
So I thought maybe it was going to be pretty competitive, but so far it's been all Chiefs.
Second down from the eye.
But I was saying earlier too, I had one game that was 20 or 24-7 at halftime, and it was the Bills and the Bucks respectively, and the Bills came back and won it. So
27 catches the heater left sideline.
I don't take anything for granted on these rosters because you never know. These guys are all good. They could hit a bomb or two pretty quick and be right back in it.
He's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around.
Chiefs defenses look pretty good though.
Number 14 rifles it out
Oh, what a
right side,
catch.
and they
Wes
get the
Chandler
first
on the catch.
3rd and long.
Number 14 makes a terrific completion in double coverage here.
My sinuses are
Now that
killing me
is
today.
one confident QB.
3rd and long, and they get the big play to convert. What do you think of that, Peter?
I love it. That's what football is all
Chargers
about.
passing a lot due to being behind so much.
You can't coach that.
Number 22
Oh, dumps it off.
and picks up 4 on the play.
Number 22 had 2 guys on him on that play, but
Is that
still
Kennedy?
managed to
That might
make
be
a catch.
Kennedy.
Definitely a slow
Couldn't tell.
start, but he's finally got a completion, and maybe now, Peter, he has time to make his mark on the game.
But where was he in the first half, Dan? Because I didn't notice him on the field at all.
Number 23.
Oh, Lowe gets a carry, a decent gain for a first down.
Picks up the first down.
Yeah, Lincoln.
First
Oh,
down, Chargers.
Lincoln Kennedy. What am I thinking?
23 sticks close to his blockers here, and it pays off.
Nice second down call, and they will move the chain.
On offense, it was always a plus to avoid 3rd down altogether, just like that.
First and 10. Ball at the Chargers, 25 yards.
You weren't here when I was showing off my spreadsheet
Number 22
before the game
goes in
started.
motion.
I got a,
Number 23
oh, that's a decent run in
way
traffic.
left and
I got a
right
spreadsheet to
about
track all the
5.
stat lines in the games so that I can make sure that the settings are good.
Second and 5.
I haven't really seen anything. Like, do you know who all is involved on these two teams with that part?
Number 23 carries it for a 3rd time in a row and picks up a couple.
I guess Fouts would be one, wouldn't he? I haven't seen him without his helmet, though, I don't think. At least not that I noticed. Yeah, Fouts. I have to get a better look at him. I don't think I've seen him up close yet.
Gates.
Oh, there we go.
Ball
Look
over the
out.
middle, and
They're not going to catch him.
he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A couple of those are right back in the game. Got to watch these rosters.
And Tony
They'll get you like
is
that.
gonna make a great play right here.
Oh,
Snags the
Barry
football,
should have had
and then
that.
really turns on the juice.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself, and he usually meets it.
Yeah, I'd take Antonio Gates with like a Kelsey and a Gonzalez too. That wouldn't be too shabby either.
Now the
Gates
point
is a
after,
beast.
and it's good.
Still not quite back in it though. They need another score before Kansas City puts up more points, but we'll see.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set.
Yeah, the whole cancer stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Barney Boone's a beauty here. Number 88 runs out for a touchback. Number 88 downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Number 15 throws a heater right sideline, and he's on target for a gain of 5.
Number 36.
Number 15 had no trouble zinging that one past the secondary. That was one heck of a throw.
Another
2nd and
short
5.
pass, and he likes that area of the field so far.
Mahomes
Why
yet to
not?
be
He's had
sacked.
success there. Well, look at these stats. That's a ton of yards there.
Yep.
Number 32 goes in motion. Number 21 carries it for the 18th time.
He looks good and he looks good, right?
On the play.
Number 32 brought down the ball carrier before the markers. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
That will be his 4th tackle of the contest.
Oh, sneaky little fullback around there.
And they will move the chain.
I don't think they've had any. Well, yeah, we had a pass interference penalty on Kevin Ross early in the first half, but I don't think we've had any other penalties on the Chiefs other than that.
And they will easily move the
Nothing offensively.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the first.
First down, 2 receivers to the left.
I've seen a couple on
21.
the Chargers. They had an eligible receiver
Picks up a couple.
and a hold that I saw. I remember. I don't think they've had any pass interference calls yet, though.
All at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Number 15 zips it to the left side.
Oh.
And it's tipped.
That hit Hill on the helmet, I think.
Mike Williams knocked that pass down. And he made sure the only one to touch the football was him.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, they're going to force a punt.
Number 44 lines up for the punt.
So if they could get a score here, it could make it interesting.
Number 44 takes the long
Weddle
snap
has one
and
too.
punts it away. Number 45 gets it at the 20. Tackled at the 26.
Number 45 didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
Now, what you did was give him hair though, right? Not change the beard. Is that how that worked?
At their own 26-yard line.
Did I understand that right?
Number 19
Oh, that was a good
throws
pass.
the football, and he's got the
Almost
first down and a whole
reels it
lot
in.
more.
Number 19 has
Hair and a beard?
following him, but still manages to make the catch.
So is it a different beard than what they had?
It's all
Or did it
about
just
speed
add
and
hair
return.
with the beard they had?
Beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down.
I don't think I've seen either one of them without their helmet yet.
47.
Number 29 was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
And he did a super job.
Oh, I see the hair there. Yeah,
And then, pow, takes
that looks
him
pretty
down.
good.
That's a great battle down there, Dan. This time, the D won.
Yeah, I like it.
Number 22
The one on Fouts looks good.
Number 23 will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up third down.
Number 95 targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Good stop by the defense, and that will be 2 losses in a row.
Nice.
Number 14 gets all of his
Oh no, 4th down.
This one is incomplete.
Number 18 was on that fly ball.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. I don't think I would have messed with it, to be honest with you. I wasn't that worried about it. I'm more worried about what they look like on the field with the helmet on. I didn't really worry about the helmet off part. I will say it did look kind of screwy. I should have paid more attention to the coin toss, because I would have seen Fouts in that with his helmet off. I think I was screwing with my settings on my OBS and didn't see it. I might just start it again to see that part later after the stream's over. You'll finish them if you want. I'll finish them if you want to. What do you mean? I thought we already decided that you were going to send it to me Wednesday with whatever you had and then finish it after I get the ratings done. I thought is what you said. Because if that's what you said, then that's what I want to do. Because I have that whole week and a half off that I can work on the ratings, so I'd like to get them done. And then even if I do that and I get them done early enough in my vacation, I can work on the fullbacks getting carries that should, like Packers and Browns and whatnot. And work on who holds the kicks. I think I'm going to make a third-string quarterback for all the teams, just because the third-string quarterback never gets on the field. I was saying earlier, though, I did have a game last night with the Packers and Broncos, I think it was. And the Packers halfback, Hornan, got hurt. So Amon Green came in and he got hurt. So Edgar Bennett actually got on the field. So I was kind of happy about that being able to happen. I think I gotta tweak the auto subs too, because I gotta figure out how that works. Like, does it keep it per team when you save the roster if you've changed it in a game, or when you close the game and then reopen it later, do you have to set it again for each team that plays a game? I have to research that, because I need to... Oh no! Oh, it went out of bounds. Holy smokes. So, I gotta figure out which way that's gotta go so we can have them right when I play the games, once the rosters are done. But I'm gonna try to make it, I think, 85 out and then 100 back in, just to try to get extra rotation for... I don't know how far down the... Nice game for Garrett. Plugging away. I don't know how many people it'll get in the rotation doing that, but that's the numbers I'm going to look at, I think, at least starting out. I don't think I'd want to go any lower than 80 for that. But I'm kind of curious as to whether or not it'll keep it once it's set, or if you got to do it each time you load the game. Because that part, it kind of sucked.
Number 15 unloads this one to the left, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Yeah, hopefully there won't be too many bearded free agents. So that should help. If there's not very many, that'd be good.
Completion in double coverage here. Wow. Now that is one confident QB.
Nice pass, Peter.
Stable. You had to do Stabler, right? That's one that comes to mind off the top of my head.
He's got 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
For the Raiders. Oh, my sinuses are freaking out today, dude.
Takes it for his 26th carry and gains about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Second and 7. Ball at the
Yeah, I remember that. That was not a good look for him, though, to be honest. I guess it was kind of the times, though. So everybody had their hair
Sean Phillips not only
long
cleared the ball
locks.
carrier's clock
Hell, I had a
in the
mullet in high
backfield,
school. What am I
but
talking about?
polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
Mine looked like ass, though, so I ended up cutting it off because I got tired of fighting with it. One side wanted to flip up in the back, and the other side wanted to flip
So far,
down.
he's
So
got 6 tackles.
cut it all off.
Makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Number 36 managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. You know, what
All right, Chiefs trying to add another 3. Chargers running out of time.
35-yard attempt, and it's up through the goalpost. Good.
Number 8 knocks through a good-sized kick. Watch here. Nowhere close to his max, but he's obviously still
To add another 3 to push the lead out again.
Goal makes him 3 for 3 out there. Hasn't missed one yet.
And you can't coach that.
I mean, the Chargers would have to get they'd have to get a touchdown and a field goal pretty quick for it to be interesting again. That would make it a one-possession game. But the Chiefs' defense has been pretty stingy this game.
Oh, you bet.
Thought maybe they'd turn it around second half, which they did for the touchdown, but
they need to put a drive together and get
they needed one on that second drive of the second half and had to punt. So
while it may have been a little risky, he gets out close to the 20. So it all comes out in
let's
the
see if they can bring it back around this time here.
Offense takes the field, and their running game really hasn't generated much other than a big play here or there. We'll see how they fare as they start at their own 22-yard line. Number 27 goes in motion. Number 23 takes the handoff.
Oh, ran into his own people.
Number 75 targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to
I think that's Mays, isn't it?
Boy, that was an excellent
Pretty sure
job
75 is Mays, Jerry Mays.
Time to make a good tackle.
Yeah, it looked like a skate drill in practice. You keep your feet moving, zone in, and make the play. Perfectly done.
Number 23 gets the call again and
Wow, they're sticking with the run, aren't they? Are they giving up already? Just saying run the clock out or something? What are they doing?
Number 14 throws a bullet to the flat. However, it's short of the markers. It'll
That
be
brings up
4th down.
a little bit more manageable 4th down, but that's not what they wanted, I'm sure.
They get some yards out of that play, but they are short.
Yeah, didn't get quite the punch they wanted to.
And they're going to go for it. Oh, tipped at the line. Wow.
Turn the ball over on down.
Brutal.
Hey, if you check out this replay, you'll find a few examples of how these guys earn their paycheck week in and week out, baby. And hey, there's no
And they're already in field goal range with that, so that's not good for the Chargers. Unless they can get a turnover.
And can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at the 26-yard line. Fumble. They get it back. Number 84 loses one on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Wow. Garrett fumbles and the Chargers can't get it.
Ball back, but nobody on this offense can be proud of that play.
Boy, I tell you,
Wow.
we have been lucky today. That is the 2nd time they put the ball on the ground and somehow managed to scoop it back up.
Yeah, credit that to field.
Well, the first one went out of bounds. I wouldn't say they scooped it back up.
Number 10 goes in motion. Number 21 will get the carry on 2nd down and picks up a couple.
Man, that was their chance, too. Couldn't come up with the fumble.
3rd down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Ball at the 25.
Now, these test games, I do have flip-flop. So there's another game with the Chargers at home just to see if that makes any difference in the results. Like maybe the home teams have a little bit of an advantage, perhaps. But I just changed the layout of it so I could do really more stats, because I was just doing the quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, and now I can do a defensive player as well. Lowry trying to go 4 for 4. And he does.
Puts it straight through the uprights and good.
Number 8 has no problem getting this one between the sticks for 3. Oh, he was so close. He could have made that if he was wearing wooden clogs.
Well, unfortunately, I have a feeling we'll never know for sure. For the first time today, they leave the red zone with only a field goal to show for it.
You know, overall, Dan, the defense has to be happy with how that one played out.
Number 8 rockets this one deep. Number 45 downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, see if San Diego can get any more points here to make it look a little less embarrassing.
The Chargers offense comes out.
Offense has struggled.
Down late in the game. They'll need some magic as they start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Number 80 grabs the
It's a good start.
and gets past the markers for a first down.
And they're getting a hurry up here.
Number 14 throws this on a rope, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Number 63 with the deflection.
Number 14 is putting on quite a display out there, Dan. He's finding his receivers and getting into a rhythm out there, both with the long and the short
Don't look
ball.
too bad.
He's racked up 172 yards and 1 touchdown.
Not been able to score with it, seems like.
Second and 10.
Closing in on 200 yards if he can complete it. Another pass or two.
Number 19 makes the catch.
Allworth, snag one.
And gets past the markers for a first down.
They'll stay in the hurry up.
Number 14 throws a
Oh, double teamed Allworth on that play, and it paid off.
incomplete.
Lucky it wasn't picked.
Swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that one.
That's his third batted ball. And he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive D like that, Dan.
Yeah, Fouts looks real good, dude. Digging that.
Number 19 catches it in the flat and loses yards on that one. Number 14 throws a bullet to the flat and it's complete at the 44.
Oh,
Stopped at
be
the
fourth and a
46.
long. That's
Number
almost
29
more like
with the
2.
tackle. That will bring up fourth
It says
down.
1. Oh no, Allworth, you gotta catch the ball, dude. Come on.
What a
He was
consummate
wide open too. Jeez.
Number 19. Well, Dan, they
The receivers gotta help you, man.
but I don't think they like the result. Watch the
Wow.
play here.
Catch the ball,
They
dude.
couldn't quite haul that one in. Tough mid-range incompletion.
They don't convert on fourth
Brutal.
down, Peter, pretty much squelching any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
Yeah, they needed at least a field goal off that one. Let's just say a comeback is going to be very difficult.
Butterfingers, yeah.
Chiefs offense takes the field.
I can't
They're in
believe he didn't
command,
catch
and
that.
they'll
There was
probably
nobody
look
around
to
him.
Take time off the clock. They will start at their 47-yard line. Number 89 goes in motion. Number 25 gets the toss and picks up a couple.
It looks like the Chiefs are going to hang on. I will say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be the way it started.
Second
Yeah, he's
down,
been making a lot of
line up
catches in this game. I
for
can't
tight
believe he
end.
dropped that. He's probably their leading receiver. Either him or Winslow. The ones I've seen make most of the catches.
Number 25
Oh, Jamal Charles gets in the game, and he busts one open. That's interesting.
It will be first down.
Yeah, defense has not played that well.
Questionable move on this play, Dan. Stopping
I
the
thought they were going to do pretty well, too, with the way Phillips was early on.
to stay in bounds.
A
Yeah, Charles, you got to slide there, dude. Stay in bounds, dude.
First down, the clock is stopped
This
at
hurts.
151. Number 25.
Well, I don't know if it'll be
First timeout.
streamed or not, because I'm trying to use different teams each time I do it. But they do have another game at the Chargers, so they'll be able to even the series up if that makes you feel any better.
Number 25 carries it for the
Charles
fourth
again.
time and heads one. The Chargers will take a timeout. That's their second.
So it looks like the backups are in.
Third and 1.
Yeah, I'll show you the spreadsheet here in just a second once this is done. I added, I think the one I sent you, the all rosters file, I think I added it to that.
Rips him down. The Chargers
Just for
take a
testing the
timeout.
settings.
That's their final one.
Just kind of randomize the teams to match them up.
Number 8 to make the
Check it
40-yard
out.
attempt.
That's a confident
Number
kicker's
50,
stats.
holding.
Number 8 kicks from 40 yards out, and it's good.
Number 8
Wow.
knocks through a good-sized kick. Watch here. Nowhere close to his max, but he's obviously still very pleased to pull it off.
Yet
What do you think? Maybe a long touchdown to make it 29-14 or something?
It's all about focus, Dan. No matter what the situation
Can we do?
is,
Can they do it?
all he sees is a football and the uprights.
Number 8 booms a beauty here. Number 45 downs this in the end zone for a touchback.
Does stream look alright, Dragon? My OBS looks
The
kind of
Chargers
choppy, but my
start
phone
this
looks
drive of
fine.
the game from well in their own territory.
Watching the
And
stream.
the clock at 1:32.
It's weird. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on with my OBS.
Number 19 catches it
It's
over the
Allworth
middle,
again.
and he's got
Yeah, the
first.
stream
The clock continues to
part
tick
in my
down.
OBS looks really choppy, but the stream on my phone looks fine. So it's weird.
Number 14 throws up.
Oh! Oh, what?
Reception is made for a first and more.
Did you see that catch?
Touchdown.
Where's that luck been all game? Holy S, dude.
Number 80 is going to make
Doink.
the catch.
Doink, doink.
Right
Yeah.
there, but that's only the beginning.
Wow.
Look at him chew up the
What a
yardage.
catch.
Wasn't supposed to be a touchdown pass, but he made it one with that terrific run after the catch.
He fights for every inch he can get.
Well, I thought maybe they would hit a bomb for that, but I didn't think it would be like that.
21, holding.
What a catch.
Here's the extra point,
extra point is
and
good.
it's good.
That's crazy. So what do you think? Onside kick here, you think? Yep.
They're setting up for the onside kick. Carney bounces it up.
Ooh, 84 comes and gets it.
Number 84.
That's Arbanis, I think. Yeah.
He's able to nab the onside kick, which is definitely
Third
something to
tight
say
end.
about.
They don't get possession back, but, you know, I still think the onside kick was the right play there. How about you?
No question about it, my friend.
Loss of 2 yards on the play.
And that'll let him kneel it. I can't believe that catch. No, thanks for the clip, dude. See, streamers ask people to do that all the time. I've never figured out how to do it.
Loss of 1 on the play.
That was nuts. That's the kind of breaks they needed the rest of the game. Not just at the end. Or maybe Allworth to catch a pass that hits him in the hands. That might have helped too. Can't believe he dropped that.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Chiefs come out on top 29-14. For my partner,
I'm sorry, I was opening the clip.
this is Dan Stevens saying
I didn't like that.
until next time.
Screwed up my visual crap on my OBS screen. That's weird. You think that'll be on the highlights, that catch? Have to be, right? Because it's a touchdown.
Back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Chiefs stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers.
So that added 80 yards, right, for that catch?
After driving 45 yards on 6 plays.
Yeah, no turnovers for either team, right? I think.
Just about the parking lot. Got a lot of leg though. He's got it. A 52.
I don't think my test plays have had that yet. I've had it where one team didn't have any turnovers, but I don't think I've had it to where both teams didn't.
Came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 48-yard touchdown for the Chargers. Bolts losing by 13. Number 14 connected with his man.
Yeah, and this is the settings that I sent you to that I'm playing this one with. I found some other ones last night. Well, I didn't find them. What I did was I went into the 2K4 and I started up a CPU game, and they were on Pro settings. So I set ours up like that to see what it would do, and it was awful. So I went back to these for today's game. And I think I like these better. Like, I've seen 5 turnovers by one team, and I've seen 0, obviously, by one team. So I think it's pretty good the way they are.
That's where we'll leave this one. Chiefs win this one 29-14. Now let's catch up with the player who really ignited his team's offense with his depth passing and has earned our player.
There he is.
Award. Number 15 is standing by with our Susie Calvert. Susie,
Too bad there's no curly hair, right?
Thanks, Chris. You showed your mettle, and you helped your team put
Or
this
is there?
game away. What gave you guys the edge today?
I was feeling pretty good today, and things was just rolling for me. From the moment I stepped on the field, I felt like I could help us win this game, and that's what I had to do.
Back to you, Chris.
that concludes our presentation of the NFL preseason on ESPN. Celebrating its 25th anniversary as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. See you next time.
Yeah, if we put curly locks on him, if that's possible, I think he'd look pretty good that way. If that's an option. Alright, so I was going to show you this, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So if both teams are marked as being done for stats, then it turns the @ to green, so I know that a game can be played. The Titans aren't done here, so that's why that one's not green. But we just did this one, so we'll record those stats and get on with it. But so you can see here, up here we had two turnovers by the Dolphins, 0 by the Colts. We had 1 by each team here. We had 5 by the Packers here and 2 by the Broncos. And then we had none in the game we just watched. And then we had, oh, I missed that. Actually, I think I added that after that game was played. Well, I might have to replay that one because I don't like not having that. Actually, I could tell here 2 and 2, 1 fumble. So it looks like 2 and 3. So we'll go with that. Not that picky, right? Alright, so I got to fill that one in, and then we got I'll be doing the Bills and Patriots, the Lions and Cowboys. That's a pretty good matchup. Panthers and Falcons. Steelers aren't done yet. Vikings aren't done yet. Seahawks aren't done yet. And the Ravens aren't done yet. So I can play any of the ones in green. And then I have the same thing on these other 2 tabs. Any other green ones I can play. And I don't really care what order they're in, so I can go back and play the ones as I get more teams done once I get back to doing that part of it. But I can play a few test games now, so that's good. So anyway, that's how I'm doing it, just so you're aware. But I do believe that's going to wrap us up. Oh, that's not the right screen. Where are we going here? That's going to wrap us up for this stream. Actually didn't go to bed very early last night, so I'm kind of hurting today. I think what we're going to do once the actual league starts is I think we're going to do well, we'll have a custom schedule, but I think we're going to do the game center simulations. I can't remember what they called it, but it's the one that brings it up with the field and all that and goes through the plays. I think we're going to do all of them that way. This will be like one stream. So week 1 would be on whatever day we're going to do it, which would probably be Sunday morning. And all of the games but the Monday night will be that game center simulation. And then at the end of that, we play the actual game that is the Monday night game. So that's the one that's played out in full. And then we turn on the presentation. I haven't decided if I'm going to let the presentation do it or if I'm going to do it myself for Call of the Games. But at the end, we turn the presentation on and we let Chris Berman do a weekly wrap-up. And then that's how we'll do each week on that one stream. How long that one stream is going to take doing it that way, I could not say. I'm thinking it's probably going to take a few hours just because it pretty much plays out the game without being on the field in that simulation I'm talking about. But we'll see. And then if we don't like it in week 1, doing it that way, we'll figure something else out. But that's my initial plan. Anyway, I appreciate you stopping by. Get back to work, Gavin. Yeah. And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.